And yes, let me move this here. Move this here. Yes. This is chemistry is divided into 3 categories. Okay. Like not in 3 categories. That is a very reluctant type of categorization.
So
But
this is chapter number.
Sorry.
Chapter number.
This is chapter number 7.
Okay.
P block elements. Okay. But we have not started P block elements. I'm giving you a general kind of introduction here. So you can divide chemistry, your 11th and 12th standard chemistry, in 3 parts. That is physical chemistry, then you have inorganic chemistry, what is the other one? Amalia. Oh, by the way, Amalia, good afternoon. I was not able to wish you good afternoon. How are you, Amalia?
Good afternoon, sir. I'm okay.
Everyone is okay. You guys really need to set in order your life. Okay, inorganic chemistry. Yeah, and the last one is organic chemistry. Okay. So physical chemistry, whenever you have the chapters which involves numericals. This is again a very reductant type of definition for physical chemistry. The chapters which involve numericals is physical chemistry. Basically, what is happening? We have chemistry, and what we are doing, we are applying physics. Okay, we are applying physics to chemistry, and we get what? Physical chemistry. Now, inorganic chemistry deals with, it is mostly theoretical. Okay. Now, what is the base? I mean, numericals. Then you will have formulas. And from one formula you can at least solve what can I say, 3 to 4 types of questions. Okay, so this is easy if you are good at maths. Physics means what? Physics means maths. You are involving numericals, that means you have maths here. So this is very scoring subjects. If you have a very grasp and you are familiar with the mathematics, then physical chemistry is a very good option for scoring. Then comes inorganic chemistry and organic chemistry. Both of these are theoretical. Okay, both of them are theoretical, and when these both are theoretical, they will have some theories and many concepts here also the same things, many concepts, and there will be theories. We observe something, then we saw a pattern, then from this pattern, what did we say? We made up a theory and we predicted the patterns of next elements. Okay, and we can have either it right or wrong. So if it was right, then theory was theory. Okay, and we study this theory. If it was wrong, then it has been rejected or else. So this is the part where if you are a physical chemistry is a bit weak, you are weak in maths, you are like, we don't know where to apply which formula, how to see which formula can be applied, and basically if you are not very good with maths, then these two topics, that is inorganic chemistry and organic chemistry, these are very scoring topics for you all, and it has not much relationship with physical chemistry. Okay, and inorganic chemistry and organic chemistry are basically, most of the times, they are independent of each other. So this is starting of inorganic chemistry, and the chapters, for example, physical chemistry will involve chapters like the first chapter of your 11th standard, mole concept, right? It was full of. Then you have, for example, states of matter in 11th standard. Then you have equilibrium. Then you have thermo. These all were chapters from physical chemistry. Inorganic chemistry involves chapters like chemical bonding. Then even some parts of atomic structure. Even the atomic structure had some part of physical chemistry, but you can involve that atomic structure in that in this inorganic chemistry. And then you have, yes, chemical bonding. There was some P block elements in 11th standard also. Organic chemistry, you have a very good taste of organic chemistry, है ना? You all know organic chemistry very well. So these are the topics which we cover in inorganic chemistry. So again, inorganic chemistry, as we have general organic chemistry, inorganic chemistry will also have some very particular patterns which will be repeated I mean, in every blocks that we study. Here we classified and we studied the chapters in terms of functional groups, right? In terms of functional group, haloalkane, alcohol, aldehyde, ketones. In organic chemistry, we will be dealing with the group. So you have first, we start with here group 15, group 16, group 17, group 18. This is for P block. Then you will be learning about D and F block elements. So D and F block elements, you will be learning 3D series, 4D series, 5D series. In F block, you will be learning about actinoids and lanthanoids. Okay. So this is the classification we are dealing with in organic chemistry. So again, we will study the group 15 very slowly, as we have studied haloalkanes very slowly. Then consequently, we saw that in many of the concepts from haloalkanes are again we saw them in alcohol. Now again from alcohol you will also see them in aldehyde. So again here also you will study group 15 very slowly. Then after that we will be learning about group 16, and there will be always a pattern. The things which we studied about group 15 will be applying the same things to group 16 and group 17. The only thing that I have said in organic chemistry, and I will also say in inorganic chemistry, is to study daily 15 minutes before, 15 minutes after, right? This is the only thing that if you want to have very good command in inorganic chemistry and organic chemistry, both of these requires not much problem solving. They require daily revision. They require daily revision. Okay, whenever you have this classes, 15 minutes before, 15 minutes after, you have 3 days classes now. So that will be enough. You don't, this is the least that you can do. If you don't do this, then I can guarantee you that you will not score in inorganic chemistry. You will be having very much trouble. I will not say you will not score, because there are other ways to score also, but you will be having a very bad time and very troubling times where you are studying inorganic chemistry and organic chemistry, because these concepts, there will be many concepts which will be repeated, and if you don't repeat those concepts, what will happen? You will not get the right idea. So if you don't repeat those concepts now, then it will be very bad. So if you come afterwards and tell me that, sir, I cannot remember the equations, I cannot remember why is the reason that something is having more atomic radius or ionic radius, why +3 oxidation state is more stable if we have in downward, why +5 is more stable. These type of things you will not, I mean, this will be bugging your head and they will be very bad for you. So let us start with this, and please, if you have, I mean, this is a new chapter, completely new topic, completely new area in inorganic chemistry. Start with a goal to study daily, 15 minutes before, 15 minutes after. Okay, whatever backlog you have that you have to clear, you can clear it. By the way, Mariam said that Mariam will start studying haloalkanes and haloarenes, I mean, on the start of vacation, right, Mariam?
Yes, sir.
Did it happen?
No.
Can you speak a bit loudly and so that others can hear and take a bit of lesson here?
So we heard it.
No.
It didn't happen, na?
It did happen. No.
It won't happen. If you say that I will start, you can never just go with what the teacher is teaching. Even if it is physics or it is maths or it is chemistry. For chemistry, I will say it is a bit easier. Rather, physics and maths, they need too much numerical solving. They need too much practice. Maths needs too much practice. Even physics need too much practice. Okay, but chemistry, what I am seeing, just 15 minutes before the class and 15 minutes after the class, and that's it you have to do for chemistry. And this is the, if you ask any student from NEET, not any student in the sense of topper, they score in all subjects or JEE, all the average students, the most of the students, they will say, not average in the sense of, I will say most of the students, that is a better word, most of the students will say that the most scoring part is chemistry. The most scoring part is chemistry. Okay, because chemistry will not, I mean, ये आपको ना धोखा नहीं देगा. It will not deceive you. Okay, it is like what? It is like that guy. What was his name in that PK movie? What was his name? Yes, Ahmed. Do you remember?
So whose name? The PK?
अरे ये
Or
Sushant Singh Rajput was in PK movie, na? His name was what? What was his
yeah,
name in that movie? Sarfaraz. Yeah. So okay, Amalia has not seen the movie, so she would be feeling something.
not Sarfaraz.
Sarfaraz, no, it was Sarfaraz.
No.
Yeah, it was Sarfaraz.
Yeah, it was something like that.
It was Sarfaraz. So chemistry is like Sarfaraz. Dhoka nahi dega. If you know something, for example, integration, you must be studying. Are you studying integration in maths?
Yes, sir, I'm studying differentiation.
You have studied differentiation,
So continuity is in the
limits
term
and
equation.
continuity. Okay, okay, fine.
Term to
Even if I say about trigonometry, now even if I say about trigonometry, and if I ask you that if I give you any question from trigonometry, now remember the identities. How many identities are there of trigonometry in 11th standard? If I give any question of trigonometry from 11th standard, will you be able to do it? If I pick a book like R.D. Sharma, then you cannot confirm it that you will be able to do it. Even though the JEE questions that you have from trigonometry or from integration, when teacher teaches in JEE, they say that what do they say? They say that if questions come from integration, don't do it. Do it at the last. If you have, I mean, if you are brave enough, do it in the last also. Okay. Now for physics, I will say there are chapters like rotational motion. Correct? Rotational motion. Now, I mean, this chapter here, it is difficult in the sense that you may have the teacher can teach you everything, but still new questions can be made. Correct? But still new questions could be made. The scope of questions in rotational motion is very high. Rotational motion is very high, right? Yeah, I hope you remember these topics: rotational motions and kinematics and translation motions.
Yes, sir.
Right? So the scope of questions in chemistry is not very high. So that is why most of these people, they think that chemistry is very scoring marks, but it needs daily practice and daily revisions. That is it, and that to a very small time. Okay. Now Ahmed is very much fond of investing, so he must have heard this word. Have you heard about this word?
Compound.
Compounding.
Yes, sir.
No, I've heard about this word. Now what happens in compounding? In compounding, you start slow. I
Yes,
guess I
sir.
have made this graph previously also. You start slow, but at a particular time you will see a exponential increase in your, or if you are studying daily, you will see an exponential increase. Okay, but what happens if you study linearly? If you study linearly, your graph would be something like this. So even though initially the linear one will be having more, see, this is your, for example, this is the knowledge that you are attaining. This is the time. So if you are studying linearly, for example, you're studying after breaks of you are studying on weekends, studying only on weekends. This will be the graph. So at a particular time, you will be like 12 hours of daily weekend study. It is giving me very much. But if someone is studying daily at a particular point, they will cross you. Okay, they will overtake you. So study daily. Study daily. Let us start here. We will start with general inorganic chemistry. You can start with this chapter. It is P block elements. P block elements. But this is the first heading will be general inorganic chemistry. Now those students who have not studied the 11th standard with me, they would have found a bit difficult of the terms that I will be using, and there are a few concepts that you need to know before jumping to the main topic of P blocks and jumping to the elements of P block. The first thing is the electronic configuration. The electronic configuration is the most important thing in, I can say, the whole chemistry also, and very particularly in inorganic chemistry. The first topic is electronic configuration. Now the students who have studied the 11th standard with me will have some deja vu movements. Okay, so I will be writing a particular formula here, and they will recognize, I hope so, and if they don't recognize, it is a shame on me.
Sir, I am sorry. It is not a shame on me. What case?
N minus 2F, N minus 1D, and NP. Do you recognize this?
Yes, sir.
I'm glad. Thank you. What about others?
So,
Ahmed and Abir. You recognize this?
so
Okay, feeling familiar?
Yes, it's familiar.
Yeah, very good. It is familiar, right? Now, the others who are guessing what is this is the formula for electronic configuration. Whenever you have electronic configuration, see, for everything, I will give you a particular word to catch on to everything. For as soon as you see electronic configuration, they should come up in your head. Now, take a few seconds, read it. All of you, read it. I mean, keep your mic on and read it 4 or 5 times. I want all of you to read it 4 or 5 times. Keep your mic on and read it. Oh, I hope you take. I hope you took some fees from Amalya. ऐसे फ्री में नहीं पढ़ाया जाता किसी को. ऊपर से आप गुजराती हो. Yes, everyone, mic on and read it loudly. Abir, Amalya, and Maryam, everyone.
N minus 2F, N minus 1D.
Madarsa बना दीजिए. Who have been to madarsa?
D and
I want it to be like madarsa now. Arey, everyone, mic on when I am saying. Yes, Amalya is mic on. Yes, Maryam,
NS and
mic
minus
on.
2F and minus 1 D and P.
हाँ,
NS
now start
minus
everyone.
2F and minus 1 D and P. And minus 2F and minus 1 D and P. NS and minus
Why am I
2F
hearing other people
D
words?
and P.
Yes, sir.
S and minus 2F and minus 1 D
NS
and
2F, F1D.
Arey, everyone, nobody. Okay, fine. I hope somebody said, but I was not able to hear because of earphone. Okay. Yes, Mariam, speak now. You tell me. Read this NS n minus 2F n minus 1D NP. NS n minus 2F n minus 1D NP. Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Hmm. Now you have to be very much participating in this general inorganic chemistry. You won't have to remember the formulas after this class. You won't have to remember the chemical equation after this class. I will ask you to turn on your mics and repeat it few times. Have you ever been to madrasa? Okay, who has been here to any madrasa kind of thing?
Yes, sir.
You have been to a madrasa? Do you see how people there wo hilal ke padhte hain na? Mariam has also been. You have seen the people how they they oscillate and they read.
Yes.
It should be like this in general inorganic chemistry. Okay, and in complete P blocks and DF blocks. You will learn each and everything in this class. You will not leave anything for your home. Okay, now moving on to this thing. And all of you know these 4 guys, S, P, D, F. Okay, so these are these good guys or bad guys? Can somebody tell me, are these good guys or bad guys?
Good guy.
Yeah, these are good guys. These are SPD rangers of chemistry. Have you seen those? Power Rangers, na? It was Power Rangers, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
SPD Power Rangers. Yeah, so these are those things. SPD Power Rangers, right? These are SPD Power Rangers of chemistry. So this is first, P is second, D is
D.
third, and F is fourth. F is fourth. Now, see, this is very easy now. If I ask you, where does S start from? You will say 1S. Okay. Where does S start from? 1S. Okay. Now, Sanya, tell me, where does P start from?
2SK.
Where does P start from? Take this and take
Two.
this. See?
2P.
Tell me. Yeah, very good. 2P. Now tell me, where does D starts from?
3D.
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 Okay, now Amalia will say, Amalia, where does F starts from?
4F.
Yes, 4F. F starts from 4F. Okay, 1S, 2P, 3D, and 4F. Now the next thing is energy order of subshells. Energy order. Why does electronic configuration needs energy order? Let us start with the nucleus here. So where will we fill electrons? For example, there are many orbitals that can be present. So where will we fill electrons? We'll start from the lowest orbital. So this will be the first shell. Okay, this will be first shell. First shell, this second shell, third shell, fourth shell. Now in this first shell, which orbital will it go to? We have to see that. So for shells, we have it easy because 1, 2, 3, 4, we can fill it like this. But in subshell, we have to follow a particular order, and that order will be given by this formula NS n minus 2F n minus 1D NP. Okay, so what is the order? For example, if I ask the order of shell, you will say the first shell is nearest to nucleus, then we have the second shell, then we have the third shell, then we have the fourth shell. So, okay, right. This is the order. If I ask about shell, how will you fill the electron? You will say, first I will fill, sir, at first or by first shell, then second shell, then third shell, then fourth shell. Now, for subshells, that is SPDF, we have this formula, and this will help us. Okay. But you have to start with, you will start with this n here. Na? It represents shell number. So you will start with the 1s, correct? Now Abhi will help me. We will start with the first shell, Abhi, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in first shell, let us put it here, 1s. Okay. Now if I put n is equal to 1, what will be this value, n minus 2? It will be equal to?
-1.
But f starts from 4. So f will not have -1f, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, if 1f cannot be present, then we can say, if we want to put at n minus 1d, n minus 1d will be equal to how much? 0,
0D.
right? So 0d also does not exist. 0d did not exist. Okay. Now let us put it at 1p. No, but 1p also do not exist because p starts from where? 2p. Okay.
2p.
If 1p, I said if 1p was there, then we can have 1p. But p starts from 2p. P starts from what? 2p. Okay. So 1 is finished. Then we will start putting the second shell. So in second shell, again I will start with ns. So put n here is equal to 2. This will be equal to what? 2s. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Now tell me, can I put,
Yes, sir.
can I write here, can I put here 2? That
No,
will
sir,
be
it
equal to
will be
0.
0f.
0f. 0f does not exist. Can I put it here?
No, sir.
No, it will be equal to how much?
1.
1D.
Yeah, so 1d does not exist. But can I put 2 here?
Yes, sir, we can put.
We can put, okay. So we can put, then we will write 2p. Now 2 is over, then again we will start from here and we will insert 3. We will put 3 here. So tell me,
3s.
3s. After that,
3p,
3s after that.
3p, then 3d.
See, this order should be maintained, na?
1F.
No, 1f does 1f exist?
No, sir.
No, so it will not be there. Let us put
Then
So 3D.
3
3d.
here.
Yes,
3d,
sir.
no. So 3 minus 1,
2D.
na?
2d, sir.
To 2d exist?
No.
Yes, sir.
Yes? No, it starts from 3d, na?
Yeah.
D starts from 3.
No, sir, no.
It does not exist, okay? So you have to see this in a while. 3s. Then can I put here?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I will put 3d. Now 3 is over. Let us come here and put 4. Okay, let us come here and put 4.
Sir,
So tell me
3p.
4s. 4s.
That will be 3p.
4S.
I have written D here. It should be P.
Yes.
Can I put 3 here?
No.
No, sir.
No. Can I put 3 here?
Yes. Yeah. It should be
Yeah,
4.
it is 4.
No, sir, no.
Yeah, we are putting 4. Sorry, we are putting 4.
It
So
will
we
be
can write
3D.
here what? 3D.
3D.
And this will be 4P.
4p.
Okay. Now Sanya will help me. Right? This is very important. If I don't engage a few people, Mariam, you are comfortable with this?
With which?
Okay, fine. So you can try thinking in your mind when I ask Sanya these questions. What about Amalya?
Okay.
Yes, sir.
I don't hear what she says. Okay, let us start with Sanya and all of you, the other guys, na?
So
They can
she
think it in their head. Okay, Sanya. So when I want the order, I will start the filling electrons from first shell. Correct, Sanya?
Yes, sir.
Okay, first shell. So let us put 1 here. Can I write 1s? Does 1s
Yes,
1s
sir.
exist? Yes. So 1s exists. Okay, then this is having the lowest order. After the 1s, we will have. Can I put
12.
1 in this? Can I put 1 here?
No.
No, na? If I put 1 here, it will be equal to -1f, and -1f does not exist. Can I put 1 here? Put
No.
1 here and see? No. Can I put 1 here?
No.
No. Now, let us start. Now, 1 has been exhausted, 1 has been finished. We will start with 2. Now we are jumped to the second shell. Tell me, can I put the 2 here? Does 2s exist?
2s. Yes, sir.
Yeah, 2s exist. Now, can I put 2 here? That means 2 minus 2, 0f?
No.
No. Can I put 2 here? 2 minus
No.
1? No. Can I put 2 here?
No.
See? Does 2p exist? Tell me.
Yes,
Put
yes,
2
sir.
here. 2p. Okay. Tell me what will be there. Now 2 is clear. So this will be now 3. We will start putting 3 here. So if I
No.
put 3 here, what it will be? S will be how much?
It will be 3s.
3s. Okay. Now after that, tell me, if I put 3 here, how much will be f?
1f.
So does 1f exist?
No.
No. If I put 2 here, what will be d? How much will be d?
1d.
Does 1d exist?
No.
Does 1d exist?
No, no.
No. Okay. Can I put 3?
3p does
Yeah.
not exist.
3p. Does 3p exist?
No.
Oh, see, after 1s, everything exists. After 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s, everything exists. After 2p, 2p, 3p, 4p, 5p, 6p, 7p, 8p, 9p, all exist. After 3d, 4d, 5d, 6d, everything exists. Okay. After 4f, 5f, 6f, 7f, all exist. Okay. So when I say 3p exists, so yeah, 3p will exist because it comes after 2p. So 1s, 2p, 3s, then you will have 3p.
Okay.
Okay. Now, p till here, 3 has been exhausted. What will be the next number that I will putting here?
4s. It's
Okay, very good. 4s, na?
yes.
Yes. Now, if I put 4 in this formula, how much will be f?
2f.
2f. So 2f exist?
No.
No. Can I, if I put 2 here, it will be, no, I'm putting 4 here, sorry. If I put 4 here, what will be, how much will be d?
Yes, it will be 3d.
So 3d exist?
Yes.
So now you will have 3d. Okay, 3d exist. Now after that, we will be having
3p. Sorry,
yeah,
4p.
4p, na? We are putting 4 here. 4p. Okay. So this is the way to understand the electronic configuration. Okay. So you will have 4p. Now you can see how much easily we can put here. Up till 4p is finished. Now we will start with 5. So this will be equal to 5s. Now after 5s, if I have 5 minus 2f, that is equal to 3f. No, 3f does not exist. Then I will see here that is 5 minus 1. 5 minus 1 is 4d. So yes, 4d exists. So we will write 4d here. Then we will have 5p. Okay. After 5p, we will again come with 6s. So 6s will be there. Now I will ask myself, does 6 minus 2, that is 4f exist? Yeah, 4f exists. So 4f. Then we will have here what? How much? 5d. And after 5d, we will be having 6p. Now we can come to, yeah, now we can come to 7. Now we will have 7s. After 7s, we will be having 7 minus 2f, that is equal to 5f will exist. After that, we will be having n minus 1d, that is equal to 7 minus 1, that is equal to 6d. And after 6d, we'll be having
7p.
7p, and after 7p we'll be having 8s. So up to 7p you will be, I mean, most of the compounds will be over. Okay, after up to 7p you can also write 8s and further more also, but write this electronic configuration. Copy this slide. Is everyone clear? Am I clear here? Is everyone clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Also write like this, dot 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 dot. That means after 3d, after 1s, all 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s, 6s, 7s exist. After 2p, 3p, 4p, 5p, 7p, 6p all exist. After 3d, 4d, 5d, 6d all exist. After 4f, 5f, 6f, 7f, 8f, 9f all exists. Okay, write this energy order for filling electrons. For filling electrons. Okay. Also, I will ask you to have, when you read 15 minutes now, when you read for 15 minutes, what you can do is, see, take a highlighter and you can highlight these things. This is the very important thing. So you can highlight this while you are revising. So when you have highlighted it, in the next day, when you are reading for the class which is going to happen, you don't have to read each and everything. You can just read the highlighted part. Okay. So start using these things, and this will help you in your college studies very much. If you have a very good habit of studying, if you have a routine, some good habits. What are good habits? Good habits are very small things, but they give you an edge over many people. For example, writing the dates. Okay, writing the dates and the lecture number of particular and the lecture number of a particular topic. For example, this is the first topic, so you start with the date here, and even more important than date is the lecture number. So lecture number 1, you start here, you write somewhere lecture number 1. Why is this a good idea? Because your mind can compartmentalize and organize each information in a very solid chunk type of thing. They will have in lecture 1 this was done, in lecture 2 this was done, in lecture 3 this was done. It will not be very much mixed. Okay, so these are very small things that will help you in your college studies very much. So start with, have some routine, some very good habits, good study habits, by the way, very good study habits. For example, this 15 minutes thing,
Okay,
my
sir.
chemistry teacher only told me about 15 minutes before and 15 minutes after when I was in 11th and 12th standard. And this 15 minutes thing, it will help you in, you cannot understand how much effect this will have if you study this in your college, by the way. This college is very much, it is very slow paced. Okay, it is very slow paced. And most of the time you would not want to self study in college. So if you don't want to self study in college, just give 15 minutes daily to each subject. While you are sitting in the classes.
So is it possible for us to get tuitions in our universities?
It will be a
usually
shameful
there
thing
were-
to take. It will be a very shameful thing to take tuitions if you are in college.
that is not an issue, sir. Like, is it
Except if you are,
available?
except if you are preparing for these examination, competitive examination, like you have GATE examination, and if you are going for some foreign examinations, then you have SATs, right? So these examination, yes, you can take coachings and tuitions. But if you want to take coaching and tuition for all the subjects in your graduation, that is not a good idea. See the NPTEL lectures, there are NPTEL lectures on YouTube. You can refer to them and they will help you in your college studies. Okay, raise your
Sir,
hand when you are done.
say that again. Yes, sir, I'm done. Can you say that again? NPETL.
NPT, I will tell you in the end now. I will tell you in the end.
Okay, no.
By the way, you must be having some farewells and all, right? When
We used
when
to
you
have
have,
it
sorry?
when normal class. Sir, we used to have it when normal classes was going on. So we don't know about this year, since last year's did not happen.
Okay, since last year, not even online.
No, I don't know about online, but in school it did not happen.
In school, it did not happen. Okay. Mariam is saying we have in 10th and 12th. But Mariam, did the 12th student got any farewell? Did they get any farewell
This year, I don't think so.
last year?
Last year also, I don't think so.
You don't
Sir,
think so?
2019 batch got it, 2020 batch did not get it, like 2020
Okay,
to
fine. So
2021. So
Only
we
our
don't
school
know about
didn't.
us.
Like, there are schools that gave farewells.
so that gave no. Okay. We will have a farewell. We will have a farewell. Well, I don't know what we will be doing in the farewell, but we will have a farewell. Okay, I hope everyone comes in the farewell. Okay, there will be farewell
You
from
mean
learning
on
you.
learning view? Okay,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah, on
I will.
learning you.
Yes, I will come.
Yes, okay, fine. So we will have a farewell. That will not be involving your juniors, by the way.
Sir, and also it will not involve our faces, right? Like we don't have to turn on our cameras.
Array, you don't want? Okay, I will be there. Azam sir will be there.
Yeah,
You don't want that?
yeah. Like I'm asking, saying about turning on our cameras.
So how? Then we will start teaching you guys if you don't turn on your cameras and have. It can be of half an hour or something.
So I will be talking, so no one will get bored. At least you will not get bored.
Acha, it will not be recorded.
Then
It will
fine.
not be recorded. Okay, it will
Fine.
not be recorded. That is fine then.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, so everyone who has raised their hand, it is fine for them, na? So I can also tell Azam sir that we will have a farewell for our 12th standard
This
student.
was before we completed this page. I mean, raise hand.
Amalia has no, I was playing a trick here, by the way. So Amalia has, as soon as I said that, Amalia lowered her hand. Now everyone is lowering their hand. Mariam is fine. Sania is also fine.
I'm okay with
Okay, let us.
anything, sir.
Yeah.
My
Ahmed
biology
is not.
class, I have to turn on camera all the time, so I'm used to it now.
Why? Okay, so he is. I mean, your teacher checks if you are studying or not.
Yeah, he thinks that if the camera is off, then we'll be somewhere else. We'll not write our notes. So you have
But that is partially true also.
to very true.
Yeah, exactly. That is partially true also. Okay, so let us have this is. By the way, biology teacher of school or you're coaching?
He is not in my school, but I go to
Your tuition teacher, na? I need to seriously get an headphone, by the way.
Yes, he is my tuition teacher.
Sorry,
He is
So
my
she
tuition
said,
teacher.
tuition teacher. Okay. Am I the only one who is? I cannot hear your voice. I don't know. I mean, Ahmed's voice is very clear. Abhi's voice is very clear. Sania's also voice is pretty much clear most of the times. Amalia's voice, I cannot hear Amalia's voice. I don't know how low she speaks. And now it is same happening for you, Mariam. You were not having any issues with that, but now you are having. Okay. So let us start with, we have seen our electronic configuration and we will start with a few examples now. Okay. Very few examples. Start with phosphorus. What is the atomic number of phosphorus?
I'm out.
What is the atomic number of phosphorus?
Say 15.
Yes, 15. Atomic number for phosphorus is 15. It will work on my 5. Yeah, so it is 15. So how will we fill the electrons? We will start with, again, whenever electronic configuration, you will have this formula: Ns, n minus 1, n minus 2f, n minus 1, d, np. Start with 1s, so you will have 1s, then you will have 2s,
2p,
1s, 2s, 2p, 3s,
3s, 3p.
and 3p. I think this much will be fine. Let us start. Let us see. 3p. After 3p, what do we have?
So we
4s,
have
na?
more. Yes, sir, 4s.
4s, and after 4s,
3d,
3d. After 3d, we have
4p.
4p. Okay. I mean, these are the shells that are available. Let us start filling the electrons. So S can hold how many electrons?
1,
Okay.
2,
2.
S can hold how many electrons?
Only 2.
2.
Only 2. Okay. Now all of you see this. S can hold maximum of 2 electrons. P can hold maximum. These are maximum electrons.
6.
P can hold maximum of 6. Now
No.
D can hold 10.
Yes.
Now F will hold how much? See, there are differences 4, 4. So this will be 14.
40.
F can hold 14. So we have to fill 15 electrons. So we'll start with maximum, that is 2 here, then 2 here, then P will hold 6, and 3s will again hold how much? 2. This is how much? 10, 11, 12, right?
Yes, sir.
Now
Yes.
P will hold 3.
Yes, 3p3. Yes, sir.
3. Okay. Now this is one way of writing the electronic configuration. Now I want all of you to try for. Yeah, let me see. What can you try for? You can try for. Yeah, calcium.
So what is the atomic number of calcium? 20?
Calcium is 20. Yeah,
Yes, please.
calcium is 20. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Write it down. Raise your hand when you are done by the electronic configuration of calcium. Use this order, or the order that you have written here now. We'll use this order and fill up till 20.
Yes, sir. Done.
Can you send it in chat?
I have to write all that in chat.
So you have written in chat. What did you say?
I said I've completed the answer.
Yeah, I mean, I'm asking, can you write and send me in chat?
Yes, sir.
Sir, can I write from 3P? Like,
You want to write the condensed one?
yeah, it'll be so long.
No, it won't be. Just write for once. Now I was going to introduce condensed one after this one. This one
Okay.
example. Okay. It is only 20. It is not much. It is only 20. Okay, okay,
Yes,
fine. Let us see. Yeah, okay. Ahmad has sent, Mariam has sent, and Sonia has also sent. Okay. Yes, I guess that is right, Sania. Yes, Sania, Mariam, 4:6, 4:3. Yes, correct. Everyone has got it right. 1:2, 2:2, 3:6, 3:2, 3:6, 4:2. Yes, everyone is correct, I guess. So let us start here. So we have 1:2, 2:2, 2:6, 3:2. This is how much? 3:2, and then 3:6 and 4:2. Okay, guys, everyone, please check this out. I hope this is the same thing that you have written. This is tell me.
Yes, sir. Clear.
Yeah,
Same thing.
clear, everyone. Yours is right. I guess everyone answered now. I can see Abir's answer, Ahmed's answer, Sania, Mariam.
Sir, the second one, is that correct? Like condensed form?
Yeah, I think so. Argan, you have written.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is correct.
Yes, sir. Okay.
This is known as long form. Okay, as you can see, this is 20. If I, for example, have to write for 56, it will be very long. So in 12th standard, more importantly, you have to understand the concept of condensed electronic configuration. Condensed electronic configuration. Now for condensed electronic configuration, you have to know a few things. That is the electronic configuration of, it is based on, it is first of all, right, based on electronic or rather atomic number of noble gases. Okay, atomic number of noble gases. So what are the noble gases? Noble gases are helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, and radon. Okay. Does anyone remember what is the trick for remembering the noble gases?
No, sir, but I remember them.
You remember them, okay? So we can directly remember this as this is what, helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, and radon. But there is one thing which I have made, but it is quite. It has some Hindi words. So this is starts with hey. Niaz is my friend. I mean, he's really my friend. Are, karo, Xerox, रंगीन. हे नियाज अरे करो Xerox रंगीन, है ना? You can remember it like this. हे नियाज अरे करो Xerox रंगीन. But the thing about the English one, I had one which is in English, but I have forgotten it now. I cannot remember the English one. Okay. I hope I will remember it in the next class. I will see my notes and remember that in the next class. Okay. But for now, you can say that हे नियाज अरे करो Xerox रंगीन. Now, what is the atomic number for helium? It is 2. Neon is 10. 18. Then plus add 18 here, you will get how much? 36. Then after 36, if you add here, you will get 54. And for radon, you will get 86. Okay, for radon, you will get how much? 86. These are the atomic number of what? Noble gases that you have to remember. Now again,
Yes.
I will ask you, all of you, to turn on your mics and start reading this. 2, 10, 18, 36, 54, 86. 2, 10, 1836, 54. Yeah. Everyone start. Don't worry if you are having clashes in your voices.
210, 1836, 54, 86,
10,
210,
18, 36,
1833,
54, 86.
210,
10,
18,
18, 36, 54,
36,
86.
54, 86,
10,
210, 18,
18,
36,
36,
54.
54, 86.
Is that enough?
10, 18, 36, 54, 86.
I will say when it is. Okay.
I read
So now
part
I
one.
hope you have read it 4 or 5 times. Okay. I hope you have read it 4 or 5 times. Now, using the condensed electronic configuration, if I have to write for phosphorus, so let us start with this example of phosphorus. That is phosphorus 15. Okay. Now the next, let us phrase this a very good way. Which is the noble gas which is just before phosphorus? Sanya will answer me. Sanya, which
Yes,
noble gas
sir.
is just before phosphorus? Or you can say
Helium.
what atom? Loudly, a bit loudly.
Helium.
Just before. I'm asking just before. So this is 15 now. So just before 15, which of these number will be just before 15? Yes, Sanya?
Neon.
Yeah, neon. Okay, very good. Neon. Okay, and also you have to, so if you have neon, you will write neon here like this. Okay. Now tell me,
Yes.
neon is the second noble gas.
Yes.
Noble gas number 2. Helium is the first noble gas. Neon
Yes.
is number 2. Argon is number 3. Krypton is. So if it is number 2, so you will write here 3. Just after 2, what comes after 2? You will write 3 here. Okay. We'll start again from here. You will write in this formula. You will insert what? You will insert 3 here. So if you insert 3 here, you will get 3s, and you will get only what? 3p. Correct? You will get 3s and only 3p. Okay, where is my? Yeah, here is it. Again, Sanya, what our neon is noble gas number 1 or 2? Neon is noble gas number 1 or 2, Sanya?
2.
Okay. So what comes after 2?
Argon.
No, what comes after 2? The number after 2 is? What comes after 2 in the number
Three.
series?
Three.
3 comes. Okay.
Three.
So in this formula, we will insert 3. Okay. In this formula, what we will insert, Sanya? 3.
3.
So tell me, the first thing which I will get is 3s.
Yes.
Okay. After that, we will get,
1F. We can apply.
okay, we will get 1f. So 1f exists?
No.
No. Then we will get what?
1D.
2d.
Sorry, 2D. Yeah.
2d exists?
No.
No. Then we will get 3p.
3P.
Correct? 3p
Yes.
exists. So we'll write 3p. Okay. So we have how much we have to fill? See, neon has filled already how much electrons? 10 electrons have been already filled.
10
Now we are left with how many? Only 5. So we'll
Yeah.
start here 2 and give here 3. So we are done. Easy, Sanya?
Yes, sir.
Beer is saying that, sir, we have one more. I don't know why you guys have been so much obsessed with Organeson. Last year also, you guys were only telling me about Organeson. It is a radioactive. I mean, it does not even exist for 15 seconds if you keep it in the air. The chemistry has not been established. Okay, now tell me what comes after Organeson. Is there any element that comes after Organeson?
No, sir.
So if it does not come, then it has no use in condensed electronic configuration, guys.
So I never asked this question.
Okay, sir.
I'm telling Abir. Yes, we have one more
Okay,
inert
sir.
gas, which is Organeson, but we have no use in electronic configuration, the condensed electronic configuration. Even see the last, for example, in this group, the first group that you will be learning is group 15, and in that you have a compound which is moscovium. But moscovium, if you put it in at room temperature, it will not even exist for 15 seconds. So if it does not exist on 15 seconds, the chemistry, there is no established chemistry for that. So all the last, yeah, we call that row. Yeah, the last row elements of P blocks, you can ignore them. Okay, you can ignore them. Fine. Let us have for calcium second. So all of you will give me the electronic configuration for calcium. I mean, let us not do calcium here. We have done calcium here. Let us not do
Yes,
calcium
sir,
here.
we have.
So what can we do? We can do germanium, which is 32. Okay, germanium, which is 32. Okay, now which is the noble
Argon,
gas just before 32?
argon,
Argon. Now argon is what,
8,
third number, so we'll start with 4. So we'll write 4s. Then we will write what? After 4s, what will come?
after 4 is 3D.
3d. After 3d, we will have 4p.
Yes, sir.
4p. And how many electrons do we have to fill? We have to fill
Yes,
how
sir,
many
done.
electrons? 12 electrons?
We have to fill, not 12, 14 more electrons.
14 more electrons, right? 14 more electrons. So this will be 2, 10, and this will be how much? Again, 2, correct? Guys,
Yes,
see
sir.
this? Right, okay.
Yes, sir.
Now let us give you a big element. Let us say barium 56 would be fine. Barium 56. This is easy. Give for barium 56. I need answers from everyone.
Yes, sir, done.
Send the answers now.
Yes, sir. 1 minute.
I'm giving you okay, send it like this. Okay, you don't need that out. Yeah, fine. Okay, I have got from Abir. This is easy, very easy. Ahmad has given me the answer.
I don't know if it is correct or wrong.
If you have followed the right things, it will be correct.
I did not follow the formula.
Let us see for rhodium, it is, I guess, 45. Sania, we have to write. Sania is giving. Sania, what have you written? Can you explain me?
Nothing, sir. It's wrong.
You're writing now. Okay. You have to use a noble gas. You have to use always a noble gas. Okay. Ask what is the noble gas which is just before the compound that we have, barium for now. Do it for rhodium, that is 45.
Rhodium. Okay, sir.
Waiting for Amalya's answer, Mariam's answer for barium. Amalya, xenon is noble gas number. This is first noble gas, this is second, third, fourth, and fifth, na? So I guess you want to change your answer. See this and see this. Yes, Mariam is correct. Yes, Amalya, correct. I'm waiting for Sania.
Yes, sir, done.
Send the answers in chat. I'm looking at the answers in chat. Sania, no. Sania, keep your mic on.
Yes, sir.
Barium. What is the atomic number of barium?
56.
What
Sir,
is
I
the...
got the answer.
No, I'm asking you, na.
Yes, it will be XE.
Yeah, correct. Now also do for rhodium also, okay? We will wait. Do it for rhodium.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ahmed has sent for, I guess this is for rhodium.
Sir, I also gave for rhodium.
Yeah, I'm seeing. Both of you have sent me the same thing, so I guess it is correct. Let us see. And you have here how much? Yeah, it is krypton, no? That is fine. Yeah, correct. I've got for rhodium. I've got. Now it is correct, Sanya. Very good.
Yes.
Now try for rhodium. Try it for rhodium, Sanya. Very good. Arre. Why you are filling half electrons, Amalya? Amalya, D can hold how many electrons? Send me in chat. How many electrons can D have? Huh? How many electrons can D have? You are writing 3 and you mean 10. Okay. So if it can have 10 electrons, why you are giving it 5 only? Give the maximum number of electrons that it can hold. Okay. So let us do here. Barium is 56. Barium is 56. So the nearest would be Ze, Xe, sorry. Xe, which is 54. Xe is fifth one. So we will start with 6 and we are remaining with how many electrons? This is 54. So we are remaining with only how many electrons? 2 electrons. So it will be 6s2. Now let us come to rhodium. Rhodium is how much? Rhodium is 45. Rhodium is 45. I also look, Sanya, you have made a mistake and you can clear it now. There is a mistake just in addition, I would guess. So this is krypton. Krypton is how much? 36. We have to fill how many more electrons? We have to fill 9 more electrons, right? We have to fill 9 more electrons. So 36, 4s, we will start with 5s. 5s will have 2 electrons. We are remaining with how many electrons? 7 electrons. After 5s will come 3f does not exist, but 4d exists. So we'll write 4d. We'll have 4d 7. So this is for rhodium. Okay. Yes. Now it is correct, Amalya. Now it is correct. Okay. Now all of you, I hope everyone has copied.
Yes, sir.
Yes, everyone has copied. So let us
Yes,
also
sir.
now. We will. Now, if you will look at your notebook from 11th standard, now these are the same things that I had taught. Now, if you see your notebook after electronic configuration, I asked you about, number thing that I asked you about was valence shell. Valence shell. Okay. Valence shell. What is valence shell? The maximum. That is the last shell. Hana? I mean, if you ask physically what is it? It is the last shell. Last shell. Now, how to identify? You have to identify it by, yes, can somebody tell me, Mariam, do you remember how to identify valence shell?
The shell that
Electronic configuration.
The shell that holds 8 electrons, like maximum numbers of electron in its last.
No. How can you say which
last
is? No, last is not the right, very right. See, if you, for example, here, which is the valence shell?
5s2.
Yeah, 5s2. Okay, so how you will see last shell? That means maximum value of n. Correct? Do you remember this? We have discussed
Yes.
this in 11th standard now. Maximum value of n. That is the principal quantum number. But I will not go to again quantum numbers here. Quantum numbers is again a very good big topic. Maximum value of n. Okay. So for example, when I ask, now we have valence shell is the maximum value of n. The next item is valence electron. Valence electron, number of electrons in
The valence shell.
valence shell. Okay, number of electrons in valence shell. So if I start from 1, the question number 1, the valence shell is how much? The valence shell is which one?
3p.
This phosphorus. If I start with this phosphorus, question number 1 now. What is the valence shell? Yeah, these are both 3s, 3p. And the valence electron will be equal to how
5.
many electrons? 5
Five.
electrons. I hope everyone is listening very carefully. 5 electrons. The second question, let us see. Second question, what is the valence shell?
4s and 4p.
4s and
4p.
4p. What is the number of valence electrons?
4.
4 valence electrons. Okay, very good. Question number 3. What is the valence shell? This is easy. 6 valence electron,
2.
2. Okay. Now question number 4. Abir, you also participate, otherwise you will be left behind. Sanya, 2 valence shell. For the fourth
5.
question is
5,
5. And what is the valence electron?
2.
2,
2.
2. Very good. Valence electron is very. Now, have you understood this valence shell, valence electron, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, copy it fast.
Sir, should we write valence shell as 5s or 5 is enough?
I mean, 5.
The fourth
You can write 5 is fine, but I write if it is only one, then I write only 5 because there is only one. But whenever I have 2 subshells involved, then I usually write it 2 so that I don't miss while counting the electrons. You can write 5s, it is better. 6s, it is better. No one will ask you, by the way, no one will ask you what is the valence. These are the tools. These are the tools for next bigger question, the multi conceptual questions that you will get. Now, these are the tools to understand a few things. Nobody will ask you valence shell or valence electron directly in the sense, but you have to know these things. This is a language. The chemistry is a whole another language. That is why people have difficulty in understanding chemistry. Chemistry is whole another complete another language. You need to translate these things in your own term. For example, if you see this 10% of ETOH, 10% of ethanol. This is the chemical language. And if I am saying percentage W by W, then you translate this to your own terms. How will you write it? You say this as 10 gram of ETOH in 100 gram of solution. Okay. So these type of translation you have to always do. Raise your hand when you are done writing. Also, you have to write these things. Condensed
Yes,
electronic
sir.
configuration based on atomic number of noble gases. Hey, Niaz, Array, Karo, Xerox, Rangeen.
Yes, sir. Done.
Yeah, but others are not done now. Okay, Sania, Mariam, Amalia, Ahmed are done. Waiting for Abir. Okay, Abir is also
done.
done. Very good. Now, while you are done, this is again old topic. Let us see how much of you remember this. That is shielding effect. Remember this term, shielding effect? I don't think so. You will remember this term. Shielding effect. What is shielding effect? What is shielding effect? Shielding effect is for example, let us see. If you have sodium ion, okay, you have sodium. and sodium plus 10. Sodium plus 10. Sodium, if you have neutral, let us see for neutral first, then we will see for sodium 10. Sodium, if you have neutral, sodium has 11 electrons and 11 protons, right? 11 electrons, 11 protons. So you have this proton, here it has 11 protons, and you have these shells here. So what this will be? Can you tell me how this will be in shells? This will have
Yes,
2
sir.
electrons here,
Yes, sir. And then
2
here,
electrons here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And let us say, understand this as 8. Then you will have 1 electron here, correct?
yes, sir.
1 electron here. Now, for example, if you have a sodium atom which is plus 10, Na plus 10, we have removed how many electrons? 10 electrons. So how many electrons will be left? Abir. We have removed 10 electrons. So how many will be left? Abir?
1 electron.
1 electron. And how many protons will be there?
11.
11 protons. So protons have not, I mean, you cannot remove the protons. Okay, it is very difficult to remove the protons. You have 11 protons here. Okay, and here you have only 1 electron. Here you have only 1 electron. Now tell me, what will happen to this 1 electron when it is here? It will be pulled by, it will be completely pulled by what? The nucleus.
11
Now, if it is
protons.
completely pulled by the nucleus, it will be having full force.
Yes,
Full force of attraction, right?
yes, sir.
It will experience full force of attraction. Now, when it is experiencing full of force of attraction, now let us consider this case when you have sodium which is neutral, that is having 11 electrons and 11 protons. Now, this will also experience a kind of pull from the nucleus, but it will also see these electrons, it will be repelling these electrons, correct? Also, when these electrons are repelling it, that means what they are doing, they are not letting it experience the whole of 11 protons. They are what? They are shielding these, okay? They are shielding the valence electron. They are shielding the valence electron. I hope all of you understand this, correct?
Yes, sir.
Right? These inner shell electrons, these are what? These are inner shell.
Shielding. They create shielding effect.
They act as shield.
Okay.
Act as shield for the
Valence
valence
electron.
Okay, somebody has posted something. Okay, Sani understood. Okay, very good. So I hope you have all understood that whenever you have some inner shell electrons, they will act as the shield, and they will shield the valence electron from experiencing the complete pull, Now we have to understand the order of shielding. You have understood the concept of shielding. You have to understand the order of shielding. Okay, now you will tell me. Okay, let us ask Abir. Just imagine, Abir, that this guy here is getting beaten up by this proton. If it is pulling, just imagine that it is getting beaten up, and these people, the 10 electrons here, they are saving the valence electron. This poor guy, it has been saved by the inner shell electrons. Now, what do you think if you have a person here, and there are people who want to save you from this person? They will have to be closer to it, right? They will have to be closer to them. For example, you are standing here, and the person who wants to save is standing here, right? So this person can completely go and attack, right? It will have much distance, so it can easily attack him. But if it is close to the nucleus, it will shield properly, correct? How can you shield? When you are near or far?
One near.
When you are near, right? So when you are near, you can shield more effectively. Is it right for everyone? Everyone has understood. When you are near to somebody, you can shield effectively. You can more shield when you are near. So which shell is nearest? S shell is nearest to the nucleus. Then you have D shell, D subshell. Then you have, sorry, not B. We have P. After that we have B.
F.
After that we have F. Okay. So this is the order of shielding, and these two have ineffective or ineffective shielding. Why? The first reason is that they are far from nucleus. They're far from nucleus. The second reason is what? Second reason is diffusion. Now, do you guys remember diffusion?
Yes, sir.
Do you remember that particular photos that I have made while explaining diffusion?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Now I will make you. I will ask you, okay?
Yes, sir.
Which is more diffused? A or B?
B.
B. Now you remember?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
See, you won't forget. Even 1 year has passed and you won't forget what I have taught you. Don't worry. See, you are remembering everything here. So these have ineffective shielding that is far from nucleus, and the second part is why they are ineffective, because it is diffused. And S and P, these are having effective shielding. They are having effective shielding. Okay. So write this slide. This is the most important part that you have to remember. The order of shielding. This is the most important part. S can shield most effectively, then P, then D, then F.
Yes, sir. Done.
Done, everyone? Let us see who has done. Who else is remaining? Okay, everyone has understood. Everyone, yeah, okay, fine. Ahmed is also done, no? So everyone is done.
Yes, sir.
Now let us go on and learn a very new concept here. Okay, this will be new. Shielding effect you must have done the previous class, but this is new here, which is inert pair effect. Inert pair effect. Okay, let us first write the definition. What is inert pair effect? Inert pair effect is the reluctance of S subshell to take part in. Now you guys will be confused when I write to take part in bond formation. So you can write the reluctance of valence S subshell. Valence S subshell to take part in bond formation. To take part in bond formation. Okay, and this is a dominant property. Of P block elements. Okay, it is a dominant property of P block elements. Okay, the reluctance of valence S subshell to take part in bond formation. What does this mean? So for this we have to see an example, and I will take an example that will be seeing very few. Very near. This example is very near for you to understand. This bismuth is, what is the atomic number of bismuth? It is 83. Bismuth is 83, and if I want to write the electronic configuration, I can write the electronic configuration starting with how much? Starting with Xe, right? Starting with Xe, and this will be 4F14, then 5D10, 4F, 5D, then we will have 6S2, and then 6P3. Now you will be saying, sir, how have you written this? So if you want to write that in the particular order, this will be equal to 6S2. Then you will have what? 4F14. After that, you will have 5D10, and then you will have 6P3. Yeah, I hope this is right. Can you calculate this? 83.
Yes, it is.
It is right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it is right now Xe 6s2 14 and 5d10. Now, as you can see this, this is what somebody, yeah, it is fine. So here you can see that this is 4f and 5d, right? The valence shell is 6s and 6p. Here you have 2 electrons, here you have 3 electrons. So these both should be able to take part in what bond formation, because bond is made by valence electrons. Valence electrons are responsible for making bond. But what is the inert pair effect? It says that it is the reluctance of valence s subshell to take part in bond pair. That means this 6s2 will not be taking part in bond formation. It will not like itself to take part in bond formation. Why? Why is that? Because see, it is shielded by what? It is shielded by the 6s2 electrons are shielded by D and F, which have poor shielding effect, right? D and F have what? Poor shielding effect. That means this 6s will be majorly pulled by the nucleus. Now, if the nucleus is attracting the 6 2 electrons, it will not let it leave. If it will not let it leave, that means it will not let it let it form bonds. Okay. Have you guys understood what is inert pair effect and why does it happen? It always happen. Why? The most important reason is that it happens due to this thing, which is the poor shielded by D and which have poor shielding effect. Okay. This is the most important point here. The reason. This reason is most important. Yeah. So D have poor shielding effect, and that is why the 6s2 is majorly pulled by the nucleus, and if it is majorly pulled by nucleus, the nucleus will not allow to make any bond from the 6s2 electrons. Okay. See, and bismuth is also from group 15. We will just learn about this. Write this inert pair effect, then we will start about the group 15 elements. Fast. All of you understood inert pair effect? Say yes, sir, everyone.
No, sir.
Yes, everyone, Abir, Amalia. If I ask, yes, sir, see, the previous solid state, etc., I was leaving you all when you were not saying anything, yes, sir, no, sir. I want everyone to answer.
So I
Yes.
said no. I did not
Okay.
understand.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you did not understand. What did you not
Yes, sir.
understand, Ahmed?
So you said that S and P makes the like a shielding effect, but here it is not doing anything.
No. Wait a second. Shielding means what? Shielding means others can write. I will be explaining Ahmed here. Okay. Shielding means what? See, these are the valence electrons, na?
Yes,
So
sir.
shielding will only be, you will be seeing the valence electrons are shielded by which electrons. Okay. Now tell me, I am saying that these are S and P orbitals only. And here I am saying these are D and F subshells. These orbitals are D and F subshell. And these are the valence electrons. Now this is case A and this is case B. Now you tell me, the valence electrons of A are more shielded or B?
We are more shielded.
A are more shielded. That means these will be experiencing no pull from nucleus.
Yes,
And
sir.
B is what? B is not shielded. If B is not shielded, that means this electrons can go and form bonds.
Yes, sir.
Nucleus is not holding them. But if you have S and P, this nucleus will. Wait a second. What did I? If S and P are there, yeah. If S and P are there, that means this will.
Mm,
What
this
did you
can
say? By the way, A has more shielded electrons or B?
A.
A is more shielded, right? And B is not shielded. Yeah. So if A is more shielded, that means what?
The
If A is more
electron
shielded, that means they can
can.
go and form bonds. But
Yes,
if
sir.
B is not shielded, that means it will be pulled by electrons. And if it is pulled by electrons, it cannot go and form bonds.
Yes, sir.
You understood now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah.
So what does reluctance mean?
Reluctance.
Yeah.
Reluctance is not wanting to form bonds. It is saying that if I will say the S subshell do not form bond, that would be wrong. It forms bond, but those bonds are not stable.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so rather than making 5 bonds, the p block elements and most importantly the lower ones, they will make only 3 bonds. They will happily dissociate and decompose for having 3 bonds. We will see an example when we will be learning about the oxidation state in the next class. Okay, oxidation
Yes.
state of our group 15 elements. Reluctance is that. Does anyone have any doubt in inert pair effect now? Mariam, any doubts?
No, sir.
I have one
No.
doubt.
Yes, Abir, please.
Sir, in this element, discuss how we arrange this condensed electronic configuration.
Oh, this one.
Yes, sir. This one.
Oh, this one we have just put it in this way that 4F will be the innermost shell, then 5D will be the innermost shell. I mean, these two are equivalent. You can write any one of them. Okay. Both of them are equivalent. There is no difference here. Okay, we have just now. I mean, this can be also represented by this way, when we are showing the valence shell as the last one. Okay, when the
Okay.
valence shell one is the last one. These both are equivalent. You don't have to worry. But always you do it this way. Okay, you do it this way.
Sir, 6x will be last, right? After 5D.
After
5D, then 6s.
no, nah. Oh, okay, fine. Tell me, what is the most nearest just before bismuth? Which is the noble gas just before bismuth? Which noble gas is present just before bismuth?
Xenon.
Xc, xenon.
Xc, na? Xenon. What is the electronic okay, xenon is noble gas number. Abir will answer. Okay, just please, Abir. Xenon is noble gas number what?
5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. So we will have this formula: Ns n minus 2f
2f and minus 1d
minus
and
1d
p.
and p. In this formula, we will put what? 6. We'll start with 6, right?
Yes, sir. 6.
So 6s,
4f,
4f, 5d,
5d, 6p.
6p. See this? Correct?
Yes, sir. Okay.
Okay. So 2, 14, 10, and 3.
So, sir, by this way we wrote this one. The electron.
Yeah, this is, see. I mean, the thing is that I remember. I mean, I know when this 4f and 5ds will be coming. Okay, so that is why I wrote it like this, and I have this habit of writing the valence shell electrons afterwards. Okay, and you will see this in most of the books also. They write the valence shell afterwards, but initially, I mean, this is only after you get a habit. But initially, you always write like this because you have to determine the electronic configuration, right? When you determine the electronic configuration, write it like this, the below form.
Okay, sir.
Both are equivalent, both are same, but there is no logical way other than practice to come up directly with this one, the above one. Okay, but by logic, you can come up with this one. This can only be written after you have gained practice. So don't worry about this one, but both are equal, both are same. Okay. Everyone is done, na? Sanya, are you done?
I am.
Yes, sir.
Sanya is done. Now let us come to P block elements, and we will start with group 15. So we will have to learn about group 15, 16, 17 and group 18. So let us start with group 15. Just change some colors. I have to work off with my 5 here. Group 15 elements. What are group 15 elements? Does somebody know group 15 elements? Nobody?
Nitrogen.
Nitrogen, Then nitrogen.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
after nitrogen, somebody.
phosphorus,
Nitrogen, phosphorus,
and astatine,
astatine.
AS,
AS,
What is AS?
don't know.
no,
Arsenic.
arsenic,
It is arsenic. Okay.
SB,
After this,
SB,
we have
then
what? What is SB?
don't know.
Antimony.
And
After
then
SB,
BI,
BI is what?
So
BI.
you just did this question. I don't remember what is BI.
Bismuth. Yeah, it
Bismuth.
is bismuth. Yeah, after that we have
After BI, we have MC.
yeah, what is that? Moscovium. It is
Yes.
Moscovium. Okay, but
Yes.
we don't have to learn about this because it is radioactive and it has no chemistry established. Okay, so we don't have to
Yes.
remember it. So how to remember this? How to remember these things? Do you remember the mnemonic 11th standard?
No problem. Something.
No problem. Something. Nobody.
Yeah.
Think.
So I don't remember.
Don't you have notes of 11th standard near you?
I don't know if it is even in my homework.
Yes, Maria.
Sir.
Hmm. What is the mnemonic for group 15?
Napas Sabhi.
English.
Oh,
Sir, say the first, then we'll maybe remember it. Like, how does it start?
no problem.
Yeah. Okay. Nobody remembers. Okay, Hindi one. Anyone? Hindi one?
Napas Sabhi.
Let's see this for Hindi. Nana Patekar,
Nana Patekar.
Ashwarya,
Ashwarya.
Sab Bimar. Nana Patekar, Ashwarya,
Sab Bimar.
Sab Bimar. Okay. This is what? This is if you can remember. Amalia, can you remember this? Nana Patekar, Ashwarya, Sab Bimar. She must know Ashwarya, right?
I don't
No?
No, sir.
Yes. What about Nana Patekar?
Sir, I have no.
know. He's my favorite actor, sir.
No, I'm asking Amalia.
She don't know anything about India, like in Hindi one.
But I guess she said yes for Ashwarya. I don't know. Okay, so these are names.
said
These are
no.
Nana, Patekar, Ashwarya, Sab Bimar. Bimar means ill. Bimar means ill. Bimar means ill. Okay. So these are the group 15 elements. This is 7. The atomic number is 7. Then this will be 15. After 15,
After 15,
33. 33 after 33, what will be?
51,
51. And after 51,
69.
83.
No? Oh, okay.
Okay. So also there is a magic number that I will ask everyone to remember. What was the magic number? Magic number sequence.
288, 288, 18, 18,
288, 18, 18, 34.
32,
Huh?
288, 28,
288, 18, 18, 32,
18, 18, 32.
30.
32.
Yeah. But you can only remember this 8, 8, 18, 18,
32.
32. See the difference here, it will be the same. So if you remember this magic number, na 8, 8. So if you know about nitrogen, you will know the atomic number of all of them. You will know the atomic number of all of them. Now your work is that you have got time. Now we have to write what? We have to write the electronic configuration. Okay. So for electronic configuration, again, there is no shame. You can write this over and over again. NS, N minus 2F, N minus 1D, NP. Whenever you have to use this, always write it. Okay. So for nitrogen, and also for nitrogen, we will start with what is the Hey Niaz, Hare Karo, Xerox, Rangin. Again, if you don't remember the atomic number of these, you can use this one. We'll start with 2, add 8. You will add 8, you will get 10. Add 8, you will get 18. Add 18, you will get 36. Then you will get 54. If you add 18, and after that you have to add 32, you will get 86. So for nitrogen, yes, Abhi, tell me, which is the noble gas just before nitrogen?
The helium.
It is helium, correct? So we will use helium here. Okay. Now helium is atomic number. Helium is the noble gas number 1. So we'll start with 2. We will put
2s.
2 here. So we'll get 2s, 2, and this is
2p.
helium is 2. Huh? Yeah, 2s2. After that, 2p. 2p will be how much?
3.
3.
2p3.
3.
Yes, sir.
2p3. Okay. Now after helium, see, now it is very easy. You have to use helium. Then you will use what here? You will use
Neon.
neon. Neon is how much? Neon is 10. So write 10 here so that you remember that 10 electrons have been filled. Now phosphorus we have already done. This will be equal to how much? 3s,
2,
2, 3p, 3. After neon, what comes? You have argon.
argon.
Now argon is 18. How much electrons do we have to fill after 18?
After 18, we have to fill 14 more.
14 more?
Yeah. No,
Are you-
15 more. 15 more.
Yeah, 15 more. So after argon is what? Argon, then you will start with 4s,
4s.
4s2. Then you will
3D,
have 3d,
10.
10. Then you will have
4p2. 4p3.
4p.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now for SB, you will have what?
It will
Krypton.
be Krypton. KR.
Now krypton is how much?
30.
36. How
Yes.
many electrons do we have to fill? More. How many more electrons do we have to fill?
15 more.
15 more. So again, so here just increase the number 5s2. Then here you will write what? 4d10.
4d10.
Then here it will be 5p3.
3.
Now for bismuth I have to write
For bismuth, it will be XP.
xenon 54. And this
Yes.
will be how much? Xenon is 6s2.
6s.
Then after 6s2 you will be writing 4f14. After 4f14 you will be writing 5d10.
5d10.
After 5d10 you will be writing 6p3.
6.
Okay. Now I'm making a line here. A line also here. Okay. Now you have to tell me the valence electrons. Okay, valence shell and valence electrons in all of them.
Yes, sir. They are all 5. Valence electron are all 5.
Yeah, valence electron. All of you can see now. Valence electron are what?
5.
Valence electron is 5. So let us write. Here you will have valence shell, and here you will have valence electron. So valence shell is 2s, 2p.
2s.
Here the valence shell are what? 3s, 3p. Here they are 4s,
4p.
4p, 5s, 5p, 6s,
6s.
6p. Okay. Valence electron is how much? 5. Here also you can see 3 plus 2, 5. Here also see 3, and here you have 2, 5. Here also you can see 3 plus 2, 5. Here also you can see 3 plus 2, 5. Okay. Copy this slide. Read fast. We will learn one more concept, then we will be done. Learn one more concept, and we will be done. Whenever you see this, repeat these things, you will be remembering now. 2, 8. So here you have what? 2, 10, 18, 36, 54, 86. 2, 10, 18, 36, 54, 86. Or else you can try and learn it like this also. 2, 10, 18, 36, 54, 86. You can learn these three in one chunk.
2, 10, 18, 36, 54.
2, 10, 18, 36, 54, 86.
Third time.
2, 10, 18, 36, 54, 86.
So that's all for today's class.
Sorry?
That's all for today's class.
There is one more concept, na? Raise your hand while you are done. One more
Yes,
thing, very small thing, then we will be done. Please read after this. I mean, when you are done, just go through your notebook, have a newspaper reading kind of thing. Don't take stress if you don't understand anything. Just read it, okay? Everyone is done. Abir, are you done? Yes, Abir is also done. Okay. Next thing is oxidation state. You have seen the electronic configuration. Then we have to learn about the oxidation state. What is oxidation state? Oxidation state, it tells you about the ability or capacity to lose or gain electrons. Lose or gain electrons. That means if I say of any element the oxidation state, that is for example Na plus, that means it has the oxidation state of +1. The positive means it will lose electron. Okay. If we have negative oxidation state, that means it will gain electron. Okay. So you remember these two terms also. Positive OS, positive oxidation state means loss of electron. Negative oxidation state means gain of electron, right? Positive. If you remove negative charge from somewhere, then if after you have removed it will become positive. Now if you have some part in you which add electrons which are negatively charged, this will become negative. That means gain of electrons. Okay, so gain of electrons and loss of electrons. Now you have to understand one more thing, which is the formula for oxidation state. Oxidation state lies between, now if I say lies between, that means I will be giving a range. So they lie between valence electron -8, valence electron -8 to valence electron -8 to valence electron. So that is why the oxidation state for group 15 elements will be equal to what? What is the valence electron of group 15 element? Wait a second, nobody will answer. Yes, Sanya, tell me what is the valence electron of group 15 elements from the last slide that you have just copied? What is the number of valence electron for group 15? Yes, very good, Sanya. 5. So we have 5 minus 8. I have to work on my 5. I always write 5 in a very bad sense. 5 minus 8 to 5. So 5 minus 8 will be equal to -3. 2 plus 5. Okay. So for group 15, oxidation state is equal to, it will range between how much? It will range between -3 and +5. That means it can have all the oxidation state between these two numbers. Okay, but there is one more thing which is known as common oxidation state. There is one more thing which is known as common oxidation state. That means the most stable oxidation state. The most of the compound of group 15 are found in these oxidation state. That is common oxidation state. Okay, now from the group 15 elements, see the group 15 elements and tell me of one compound that you can think of group 15 element.
Bi.
Sorry, one
The
compound, not element. I'm saying one compound that you can think of that is made up of group 15 element.
Sir, NO2,
Sorry,
NO2,
NO2. Okay,
PO4.
PO4. Now you are just making things up. Wait. You don't know about anything about PO4. There are too many, two
NH2.
very, yeah, NH3. These are the common examples that you know. There is two compounds of phosphorus that are very famous. Phosphorus makes two compounds with a particular halogen.
PCl4.
Not PCl4. It is PCl3 and PCl5.
5.
PCl3 and PCl5. Okay. So see, this NH3 is found everywhere. In NH3, which is more electronegative, nitrogen is more electronegative, and hydrogen is less electronegative. So nitrogen will be having -3, hydrogen will be having +1. All of the hydrogen, it will make it -3 in total for hydrogen and -3 for nitrogen. So nitrogen mostly it occurs as -3 in most of the compounds. If it is not making with oxygen or fluorine, if it is making with any other compound, then it will be -3. So -3 is obviously a common oxidation state. Then the common oxidation state for other ones are
Minus.
+3 and +5. Okay, +3 and +5. Now, do you remember there was one question that that we did in class
Yeah.
11th about PCl5?
Yes, sir.
When we have PCl5 and we heat it, it breaks into two compounds, and the question was why it breaks into two compounds. Then the answer was based on its structure. Okay, so if you don't remember it, we will be doing this again, and that question was of 12th standard. I told you when I was teaching you, I told you that we will be having the same question in, that was the question of 12th standard. Now we studied it in 11th standard. I told you in 11th standard that we will be studying again in 12th standard.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So that is it for today. Copy this slide and you are done.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Write each and every point that I have written here. Ability or capacity to lose or gain electrons. Everyone is done? Waiting for Sania.
Yes, sir, done.
Done now? Mariam, Amalia, everyone is done. Okay.